Hi, Jessica. Thank you so much for coming to BizTalk. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing today? Thank you for having me.
Oh, good. Thank you for coming. So let's start giving an introduction to yourself, and after we move to your venture.
Uh, yes, my name is Jessica Breed. I am the founder of Kidventures, the home of survey evolved trips. I'm based in San Francisco and I've been in marketing my entire life, and am going to be using all of those tactics to promote Kidventures. So we are on a mission to get families out of the house and motivated and connecting and traveling in a different way with Kidventures. This is the home of survey designed epic trips. Meet a whole new way to travel. The trend online is that kids every year have been spending more and more time online. And this has just gotten worse with COVID, where they are having to go online to be in class or hang out with friends. And what we've done is we realize that people are dying to get off the grid, but it's so difficult, even with all the current technology breakthroughs. You still need almost 40 platforms to decide and book your trip. And what happens is there's almost information overload. People are disagreeing on where to go and what to do when they get there. And we see there's a real huge opportunity to solve this. Our target market is families all over the world who are about to go on vacation. It can be regional people in the UK or American families going internationally. It's a global market, so the opportunity is ginormous. We make trip planning, instead of overwhelming, fun again. Step one, families take the Explorer survey. They tell us everything they love to do and want to do on their trip. Step two, we instantly create a booking portal where they get to decide like the best trip for them. And then right there on the platform, they book the trip and create a really beautiful trip that they'll remember forever instantly. There are several different ways that we're letting families design the trip based on what's most important for them during the trip. They can do a lodging driven trip, activities, explore styles based on what they really like, perfect for type, and then region or type of destination. So it's really a fluid system based on what people are interested in. Some of our explore style trips, I really love these. This is basically like choose the vibe of what you want to do. Are you into health and wellness? We've got some really fun, not as obvious things like volunteering, giving back, eco tours, trips for introverts, or if you want to say a eco tour. It's a really a broad range of explore styles that will help you connect with a trip based on like what you're really into somewhere in the world. We also have activity driven trips for people who know what kind of trip they want to do, or if they want to try a different kind of activity for the first time. These can be trekking trips, it can be festivals, event shows, traveling. It's a pretty wide group activity. Foodie tours for the people who just love to travel and eat a lot of amazing food. We also have perfect for this is another one, perfect for type tours. These are if you know what kind of a trip you're going to do, but you don't know exactly where to go. We help you figure out and design the activities around the trip. We also have type of destination. You can choose a vintage town, beach towns, foreign countries, Arctic, mountains, a lot of different variants there. And then we can help you find a destination and activities to do when you're there. Oh, I love the lodging types. This is very unique to Kidventures. This is curated, and you're not going to find this at any other platform. We've got a true unique. You can even stay on everything from a dude ranch to a yacht, a sailboat as your Airbnb or as a charter. Eco hotels, hostels, if you're looking for that kind of adventure, as well as the normal, more known vacation rentals and hotels. So after the survey is complete, you see our suggestions instantly on our platform that let you fully design your trip right there. So this is all going to be triggered by each user on the variants they're looking for. Like if they need help with lodging, if they need planes, cars, whatever variants are needed, this is all going to be on this portal. And then after they design the trip, they purchase our trip plan, which is basically it unlocks the ability for them to book it. It's one of our ways that we make money. And then they actually will unlock the booking hub at the same time. And so that gives them the chance to fully book the trip. We also are going to have a destination travel hub. This is fun. Even if you say you don't need help with tickets and events or sporting or other things or hiking trails in the area, we're unlocking this in case there's people in your group who want to do different things in your main purpose. And then just to give you the full, even beyond like what you think you're going to do, it really opens up the window for anything you could be into. This is truly a family travel hub. We have the survey, the designing trips, the booking trip, and then the destination travel hub. We will be the only platform with anything like this the moment we launch. Our business model, we have 3 key ways of generating revenue. We will be generating revenue from selling the trip plans as well as the bookings that people do just like any other travel company. And then starting in 2023, we will be partnering, targeting online travel agents. So that's basically any travel platform that exists. We will be partnering with them and adding a survey. Our launch date for the MVP will be February 2023, and we will be using a cohesive AI marketing and targeting set for that MVP. There's a chance, this could be our MVP, like the platform will instantly be global, but we could decide and are likely going to be focused on Europe and like regional tours there as the first proof of concept, and then parallel paths. We will be fundraising and marketing in other or continents as well. So we have a lot of really amazing support behind the scenes here. We are a part of a coaching groups. Family Travel Association has given us a lot of advice and feedback, as well as a lot of other investors in the travel space, making sure we're aligned with any other travel plan that we are doing. Kiwi Tech is a beautiful company that's going to be building our platform for equity, and this gives us a huge discount. We're giving them $1 million of equity over 4 years for everything we need with the platform. And they've got over 500 portfolio companies that are all doing very, very well, the ones that are live. Our entire crew loves traveling and exploring. Those are me and my little sons, actually off the coast of Marseille on an island that we love to go to. I have 2 little ones, and we travel almost every weekend, and we end up hiking, paddleboarding, trail running, you name it, and we really like the authenticness and the connectionness we have together from all of this, and we're helping people all over the world figure out like easy ways to get off the grid in an authentic and deeper way as well. As I mentioned in the intro, I've owned 3 agencies as well as been in e-com since early days, digital health startups, you name it, marketing teams, proving the concept and keeping users engaged long-term with companies. I will be using all of these different skill sets to market the company and keep our biggest fans. Our projections for year 1 is going to be 9 million. This is based on a February launch date, so it's only 3/4 of the year with a 71% profit. That profit looks a lot more like any other tech company once we get through the initial funds. It should be in the high, 80s to 90s by the first full year in when we're live. We are currently raising 600,000 in convertible safe notes with a 10% bonus. Since we are pre-launch, we're choosing to hold off on the valuation until the pre-seed round. We've been socializing this with investors and have been approved by 8 to 10 very really solid pre-seed funds. And so our plan is that we will be launching in parallel path, getting the pre-seed round going and doing that almost instantly afterwards. And so then we'll be valued at that moment. Right? That's the end.
Thank you, Jessica. Thank you very much. Let me start with a very simple question. How do you define yourself with such a crowd competition?
With such a, sorry.
How do you stand out from the competition, which is pretty hard?
Right. There is a crowded market, but people are still disjointed and having to go to so many sites. So my goal is to actually help people in some ways help the competition, and get really good users, right? If you're offering really great tours, I want you to be able to get like perfectly set up, customers as part of it. So that's the goal, is we actually embrace some of the competition within our tech stack. And then the other ones we beat because of our unique content. We're going to have curated trips that are not on any of the platforms right now with this awesome tech stack that we've got. Including we've got like a lot of really awesome European-based tour planning companies, learning portals if you want to learn or volunteer. That's not on any of the normal travel sites right now.
So many of the platform, you go there, you buy your trip, and you go, right? Pay and go. So
right.
Your differentiation means you are helping them to plan the tour. How helpful can be the platform to allow the family, because they are very much focused on family, to help them to have the best tour, the best trip?
Right. That's what's going to be really fun right now is instead of just getting dumped on a normal platform, trying to figure out everything that's on there and sorting through it all, we're going to be queuing up things that are very exactly dialed on what you're interested in instantly. So it's going to be a huge benefit to them.
I mean, can we go a little bit more in details how you are going to monetize? Yeah, 3 revenue streams. Can we talk a bit more in details?
Yes, that's great. So the first one is the first 2 are actually consumer driven, and the third is B2B. So the first 2 is the trip plan sales. Those are the costs that we're planning. It's basically, think of us as a modern instant version of a travel agency that you used to work with in the old days, right? They took a lot of time and a lot more money. So instead of charging thousands and thousands of dollars for a trip, we're saying, all right, give us the $25 a day or the $40 a day, and we will instantly design a trip for you. So that's a huge benefit to consumers. The second way we will be making money is using the affiliate model. So every single person in our tech stack is going to be giving us revenue every time we drive a user to them. So if it's a hotel, if it's a tour providing company, like, we will be compensated there. And then the third, which kicks off next year, which could be a huge, obviously part of this, is the online travel company partnerships. We will be adding the survey to them. There's going to be some, you think of the ones that might be more well known, like the that are very globally known. But if you think about it too, there's a lot of really awesome tour operating companies, for example, or other ones that only offer like one service that we can really be a boon to them. If we're like, okay, you have this exact service, but we're gonna, like, with our survey, fully give you a platform for your consumers. So we're really excited about that part as well once we get to 2023.
Are you going to be focused on certain kind of trips, or it's more generalist, the platform? I don't know, for example, few startups you're working with, they're very much focused on mountain ski. Others are more focused on sea, sales. Where are you focused on?
We're trying to be a global, so we're going to be directly competing with any of your global tech stacks. We're trying to be the one-stop shop that helps people funnel, which what's one thing we're really excited about. Like, we're going to support the most obvious things, but we're hoping people find and discover things that they maybe were never even thinking about or considering when they book their trip, and help them connect with that as well. That's like the deeper travel part.
Where do you see your company? What's your vision as an entrepreneur? Where do you want to go with King Ventures?
Yes, we want to scale, obviously scale this and exit either as an IPO or, with someone in the industry at some point taking us over.
That's your exit, but the vision. How do you see the company in 5 years' time? What do you want to achieve? Not only revenues, but I'm talking about how the company should be evolving and how
Yes,
you're this company.
that's a really great question. I want us to keep getting better at helping people discover the unknown and deeper ways to travel. I'm just touching the surface on things like volunteer organizations that might be paying people for trips. You maybe even when you don't think you have the money to travel, we help you do some kind of meaningful, powerful trip. And that is something that I'm really excited about and want to just really, really be building people up. Maybe there's a lot of elements of teens and young people, not just like we talk about the family element now, but think about the older families, right? As they're teens, that are struggling with confidence, that this could help them a lot. Maybe they are able to solo book without the rest of their travel, like something that they learn something from or volunteer with. And that is what I really want to see us, is this place that can really build confidence and a whole different level of life in some ways for people through travel.
About the funding round, how are we going to use this money for doing what?
Yes, that's a really great question. Marketing, which is my favorite. We will be paying convention or Kiwi Tech. There's a small amount of of design and platform fee. Their design estimate is 4 to 8,000, so it's very, very low. And then there'll be a platform fee, and the rest will be driven by marketing, especially in our proof of concept phase. It's primarily going to be me and some AI agencies. I have a Facebook partner that does instantly generated Facebook ads that get smarter with time, similar with Google. So I'm going to be using that and then leveraging data. I have friends at Facebook that'll help me double down on my targeting behind the scenes, so that we're hitting the right audience. And the beautiful thing about us going global is it's really not going to take that much. We will also do any kind of like a lot of fun streaming video type of things that pay, so like your digital, anything digital. um we have a huge network of an agency that I'll leverage to work that into the mix too. But primarily it's just going to be marketing for the first 3 months, me, a bunch of agencies, and then once we prove the concepts, then we're going to go way more global.
So let me close with why investing in Jessica and Kidventures. Why?
Right. When you partner and invest in us, you are really helping drive a unique way to travel, and the winning team that can help make it happen.
Jessica, thank you so much for coming to BizTalk. It's been a very good pleasure for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.